Denver 8 TV. Your city, your source.
So we've made a zoning change that allows backyard gardeners to get a permit, just $20, one time only, and then they can sell fresh produce, uncut, unprepared, as well as a few cottage foods. Those are things that are low risk, they don't require any refrigeration, and they need to take a safe food handling class to make sure they follow good practices. But the idea is to let folks who are in their own homes start a little side business, make a little extra cash without a lot of government interference, because we know that these foods are low risk and they're good to get into the hands of neighbors.
I can't tell you how awesome it was, because I'm so proud of what I do. To actually have him come over made my day. And it was so much fun to just show him what I'm doing and maybe show him some things that he didn't know about. Talk about the new ordinance, talk about the chickens and the bees. A lot of fun.
Yeah, so every morning my son gets
Oh
up
my God.
in his pajamas.
Oh my.
good?
That's
Yeah.
good stuff.
So we had a question from one of my colleagues on the council about whether we should just allow these sales in the summer. And so we started to talk to some of the community gardeners, and they really talked to us about places like this where they actually are able to grow in the winter.
Yeah.
And the idea of it's not going to be very many people, but
Right.
don't take away that chance. So we ended up
The
going
market
year-round
will.
sales
Mhm.
based on feedback from folks like this who had greenhouses.
Sure.
So yeah.
And we've been promoting greenhousing and aquaponics and some of the newer technologies, so folks
Good.
can do year-round stuff.
Fantastic.
I mean
We
that
wanna
just
do
makes
that.
sense. So because the technology's improved, it's very inexpensive technology. So
That's
folks
so
can
true.
do these sort of things in their home
That's right.
without having to have a lot of capital to do it.
Yep, I'm really excited to be
Yeah.
selling in the winter.
Right.
They're beautiful, though.
You're gonna sell those as well?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Look at that. There's some big healthy chickens.
So like 2 days, you might get a dozen.
It's not cheap, but it also takes years to nurture and to bring this along. What do you reap from this personally? Not in cash terms, but what does it mean to you in terms of saving your family money, fresh access to fresh produce?
It's everything to
Mhm.
me.
Mhm.
We enjoy it more than I can ever tell you. The benefits, I mean, I don't have time to tell you all the benefits. It's just so much fun. I can't, this is all I do, really. I mean, it's not all I do, but I'm back here a lot, and the neighbors probably are going, get a life, no? But it's just, this is a big peach tree, by the way.
Sure.
But, so it's just so much fun running out and having fresh, organic food.
Yeah.
Honey from the bees,
Mm-hmm.
eggs, and I just can't talk it up enough. And actually, I'm trying to set an example for the neighborhood.
Right.
There's nobody else in the neighborhood who does this.
Right.
So I'm hoping it'll be contagious.
Yeah. Okay. And you
So-
plan on applying for a permit?
Absolutely.
All right.
Friday morning.
Good one.
What time,
Absolutely.
Andrea? Andrea, what
Yeah,
time can
I'll
she?
set my alarm.
Andrea, what time can she go? 9 a.m.
9 a.m. on Friday? All right.
I'm on it.
And how would you think about the concerns that some neighbors have raised about potential traffic? I mean, you're trying to sell this neighbor to neighbor.
I'm so glad you asked me
Yeah.
that. I'm going to use word of mouth. I have gotten to know my whole neighborhood through doing this.
Yeah.
They come by while I'm out gardening, and they want to know what I'm up to, and they always compliment me, and I give them tours. And so I'm just going to tell them, and nextdoor.com is another good resource
Sure.
too. So I'm not going to put a sign up, or I don't even think you can. So
You don't
it's
expect
going to be
to-
really low key.
Yeah, you don't expect to impact your neighborhood, your neighbors with your business.
Absolutely not in any way, shape, or form. So, the least of my worries.
Yeah.
And then there's a safety course I have to
Sure.
take too. Right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
If you're going to do the teas and some things like that are prepared,
Okay.
do you think you're going to go that next
I
level?
do. I
Yeah.
absolutely plan on it. Yep. So.
We have local agents who are working directly with the city of Denver to walk alongside them as they unroll this new ordinance that allows the production and sale of foods from backyard gardens. So what we're going to be doing is to provide that educational opportunities. We'll also be providing information so that individuals who decide to enter into this section of the food system, whether it be as a producer, a farmer, or a consumer, that they can have good information to make good decisions about implementing that business or buying that produce.
You know, we've had really strong support. Our neighborhood, citywide neighborhood organization, INC, or Inter-Neighborhood Cooperation, endorsed the concept of the ordinance. We had many neighborhood organizations come on board. One of them testified last night talking about their excitement that with a little bit of start in a business like this, you never know where an entrepreneur could go. They might become a big scale food producer. Other neighborhoods really liked the idea that it got contact between folks. We had a testimony from a neighbor up in 5 Points who said, since I've been doing vegetable gardening on my front lawn, I have been out there and I've seen the number of drug deals and other criminal activity decline. And so we've had strong support from low-income neighborhoods regarding the access to food, and really just a lot of enthusiasm that if the government isn't needed in this position to protect folks, then why have any laws against it? We did have some concerns from neighbors about quality of life in neighborhoods. I think we've answered a lot of those questions along the way. Not everyone always believes it until they can see it in action, but I feel pretty confident that a year from now, we're going to see some folks doing this at a small scale and not a lot of negative impact.
Denver 8 TV. Your city, your source.